I say to a lot of people, I say sometimes poverty is cultural.
Mm.
And they look at me like, what do you mean? I say there is, culture that reinforces wealth, and there are cultures that promote poverty. What is culture? It's a prevalent mindset, prevalent behavior in a particular place. If you grow up in that culture that does this type of saying, that tells you that be conscious of your dream, limit it. You cannot, you don't need much. Just stay within this frame. You don't know when you begin to embrace it. And like I jokingly say, look at the Jewish culture, for instance. The Jewish family begins to teach wealth creation and financial principles to children at a very early age. It's empowering from the day you're born, that they are affecting your psyche about money and telling you that it's what we grow, it's what we develop. So you look at it like sometimes they start family businesses. And they already that when you are giving back to, you know what your life pattern will look like. It's settled. It's not an anxiety basis. And those are things that it reinforce. That's why I said the power of culture in terms of wealth creation. Some cultures are empowering, some cultures are not. So we need to identify it, especially, the thing about culture, I'll come back to it again. It impacts us on the subconscious level. You don't even know when you embrace your own culture. It's not a decision you make to embrace it, except you begin to sit down and, like we are doing this evening, check out those beliefs that those cultures have produced and question them and do this very hard thing to do: replace them. They have brought you to where you are now financially, and I'm sure you don't like it. So the way to do it is that you will look at these beliefs and substitute this belief for the right one. There was a reason those things were in place. So if you found out why were they thinking like this, and maybe our callers could tell us more of the beliefs they have about money. When I'm in sessions, I like to be practical. That this is what you believe. Just ask yourself 10 things I believe about money. And some people don't even believe we should talk about it. I love the way sometimes those culture puts it. That lowo, or when money says that when I'm not around, don't make any decision. Akpe How do you say that in
No, understand.
when you are calling money, your whole mouth, those mysteries we put around it. It looks very hard. And that young person doesn't understand money from day one, just for his survival purpose.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe the other thing I also say that I said, when I'm not around, nobody should take decisions. Who is that? Those riddles?
Yeah.
I hear them. And I know that in the world of wealth, it runs contrary. People do a lot of things before they ask money to come. Money is not the only reason. It's a myth to always think that all you need is money. I was sharing with a younger person, and he was asking me, how do you mean? If I get money, I'm going to do this. Wait, I said, please sit down. Let me count 10 things you need to do before the money comes. And that the way this thing works most times is that money is a tool. It's waiting for his own turn. Are you getting that?
Yes.
He's waiting for, he needs me now. Then let me come in this measure. There are relationships. Sometimes the relationships are so powerful that they give you what money cannot buy.
Oh yeah.
I've had people start businesses based on relationship. One person believes in their idea, as goods, go and sell, then bring the money back.
It wasn't money.
It was not money first. So I have young people who want to start businesses and they are looking for 5 million, 20 million to start the business. I said, hey, is that how it works? If you think resources, not money only, you will find out that you can break projects into little things. Let's say, for instance, you want to write a book. Like that's my closest example most times. Is it money to publish you need first, or to create the content of the book? How much you need to create the content of the book? You need your brain. You need to get that one right. Am I right? When you write, you put it into what can be publishable. That's a process already. Yeah. The font has to be right. The whole thing they have to go through editing. They have to do all of those things. It is in that along the line, like it has worked for me, that I get to the junction of, okay, we can't move ahead now without money. And sometimes it comes in little places. So any business, any idea, any venture, anything you want to use to multiply your wealth, it's good to ask yourself, like I've asked over the years, what do I need to do without money? And you get to that. Jokingly, I love the way somebody put it. Said, man created money and that money began to limit him. There was a time we were not spending money in the world.
Yes, no.
And there was a time, I wish that time returned sometimes.
Just wish that time will come back.
Yeah.
You bring something to the table.
Exchange.
It's value.
Yeah.
So when you think resources, you think value. So somebody brings yam. That's the trade by bar today. Another bring plantain. Then we exchange. I have planted yam. You plant. Let's see how we can exchange. So people don't know that side of money. There is the value you bring to the table. And what is value? Value is these opportunities. Is that for every problem, and that's why I want everybody to see the science of it, that for every problem, flip the side of problems, there are opportunities on the other side.
Now begin to look at and check when we're talking about our financial lives.
Yeah, like I started with our beliefs, and I hope somebody is sitting down to look at himself or herself in the mirror and asking herself or himself, what do I believe about money? That's where the change starts from. Like I said, a lot of people are trying to change the outside without changing these beliefs. Money will be temporal experience when beliefs don't change. Your beliefs make your life predictable. It put it on a particular pedestal. So if actions are contrary to belief, life will first of all choose your beliefs, because your belief will on the long run impact on your behavior. So if you don't change your belief, the actions are just temporal experiences. So I say the science of money is first internal more than external. And I think the cases around the world has proven that people who win lotteries come out poorer over
at the end of the day.
Give them 5 years, you almost say that the money they got was non-beneficial to them. And that's the culture of these inner beliefs, because life will give you ultimately your deep beliefs. And people ask me, how serious is this belief? I said, what do you say to yourself when no one is there? I am broke is a feeling, is a belief. Like a friend of mine told me, he said he met a young guy, he said, I cannot rise beyond this.
Whoa.
I said, this is just how my mother was. This is how we are in our family. And I look at that there is no way I can help you if I don't change your beliefs. And those beliefs, I guess no way you will improve financially on a sustainable basis if those beliefs are not substituted. If you don't have another belief. And people think, I'm not in control of my beliefs, it just comes on me. I said, then you are not in control of your life. Life will just come on you. Or you are not in control of your money. Money we keep controlling, and we keep giving you those negative emotions like that. You've got to get in charge of this belief. Real work, because it has happened. I don't know how long you have lived. It's been formed over the years. So most times, I also want people to be patient enough to look through this to believe, get a coach, get resources that can reinforce or build new paradigms, new things to believe. It's a new day. It's a new day. It's a new day as you do it, because this is what I say everywhere, that information is still the key to new beliefs. So the way you look at it, inform. When you take it in, then you are formed by it. Powerful principle. So, for example, you are here today, you are listening to questioning your beliefs. So you are informed. It's getting into you. It's forming new thing. And if you put it on a sustainable, continuous basis, you are in for a new experience. And those days of anxiety, of pain, of depression about money can be over in your life. Then I can lay the foundation of principles, other principles. But if I lay principles to you first, and I don't teach you of belief, it's like you're coming back to beliefs. Because even the first sign of financial intelligence, financial change, is that people substitute their beliefs. So for instance, you are broke, so you have tendency to believe, I am broke. Abi? It's practical. You have your reality really in front of you, or you are in debt, probably. In my book, I had to go into that debt issue because I've been through it. So I understand how this thing works. I know how the emotions override you and pushes you to believe. So it's a warfare. So I declare warfare on your belief because it has brought you here, and you need to create a change fast.
It's a mind war.
It's a mind battle. You need to be a fighter. And these tools of resources will help you to fight. This route of discussions with people that can help you will help you in that. Now, before I was talking about opportunities before we went on the break.
Yeah.
How we see opportunities. So we live in Nigeria today, and a lot of us are jetting out. And the same way, today I was somewhere, and my friend looked at me. He said, "The guess is that in 15 years, 20 years, by 2050, you will have the way people are trooping into this country from other countries." It's scary that they will compete with our population, because they will begin to marry our girls and will begin to marry their girls too. They will have many people that will say, "I'm a Nigerian," and you tell them, "Are you sure you're a Nigerian? You don't look like me." He said the ratio will almost be phenomenal in our population distribution. It means probably we are like, maybe we'll be like 400 million, 500 million by then. These people will be like 5 million to 10 million in our population. That's how people are coming over with the concept of opportunities. We see problems, we see crisis. They flip to the other side and they say, "What? That's the land to be." So, and the real thing is that when you have been through negative experience, you can be blind to all opportunities around you. You can't see it.
Oh, yeah.
All you will see is crisis. And like when I teach on this training, I say, "Tell me a problem that does not have opportunity." Even in war, there are people benefiting.
Oh, absolutely.
Somebody is selling the bullets.
Of course.
Somebody is selling the ammunition. The war is some people's interest. In fact,
Let there be war for some people.
I don't want to say it. It's some people's prayer point in mosques, in churches, that let there be war, because that's how they make money. So in any case in the world, you will find this thing coming up. Value is created when people solve problems. When people create value, when they turn what other people call their problems into opportunities. It's entertainment, it's in media, it's in the economy, it's everywhere. So when you see people don't have clothes, the opportunities are somebody has to create clothes for them. People don't have to. It's that simple. Once you understand that dynamics, you're on that journey towards creation. You can have all degrees in the world. If you do not create value to your employer, you're a minus. So you must be a value creating individual. Be powerful enough, be informed enough for you to create value.
Be informed enough
to create value for people. Either you are creating value, then people's clothes are dirty. They are busy through the week. They will need dry cleaners who will dry clean their clothes at a particular level. It has to meet that need. Are you getting that? People have shoes. Their shoes, because it's raining, it's going to go off. They will need repairs. Are you getting that? People will need. I love what somebody said when they were doing a review in a particular meeting of Nigeria in 2050, and they said there is one thing that is so sure, that we can't put technology around food. There will be no technology that will take away food in 2050. People will eat. The science, the food chain alone, it's amazing everywhere in the world. Feeding 200 million people, it works. People recognize the opportunity. Just pick 1 million. Are you getting that?
I just want to feed 1 million.
I just want to feed 1 million people. You can't be poor for the rest of your life. That's why you see a lot of investment going to agri nationally and internationally, because people see that it's what people need. It's a problem. Hunger is a problem. Extreme hunger is one of the sustainable development goals that the world wants to conquer. So if you flow into it, you will see. Are you getting it? Look at even wealth creation. I'm talking about practical challenges. They say Nigeria currently is the headquarters of poverty in the world, the poverty clock. They said every 6 minutes somebody moves into extreme poverty. That's $1.25 in a day. So you hear those data and you're like, "Oh, I'm one of the poor people." That's not the real issue. There are opportunities for wealth creation even for poor people. There is information side they need to do. Am I right? They need to know about money. They know how money works. They need to leave that circle. Are you getting that? And you see that sometimes there are programs internationally and nationally created for people to crack these specific problems. That's the chain around. So give me any problem, and I will bring out money. In fact, in rape, people make money because there would not be people with prison doors. People in the prison will not be able to feed them. Actually, people that take care of prisoners will not be able to feed their family without throwing rapists into jail. Is that the judicial system is based on, everything works on this value creation model, and all of us have to get back into it. What value are you bringing to the table? How well do you do what you do? What else can you do for people? Like I pushed every time, I say you should seek to serve more people. That's where the value, how can you create value for more people? How can they be happier with what you're delivering to them? How also on the other side can you serve more people? Powerful principle. Like I said, you can't serve 1 million people. We said give them one. Most times I go to my friends who are into food business. I notice they can never be hungry. Have you found that out?
Oh, yeah.
I noticed the food in their house increases.
Or go out of business.
They can go out of business. So if you have friends that are doing into catering or providing some food chain business, you notice they always have something to eat in their house.
Sure.
But it starts from creating value. Poverty puts you in a selfish mode. It makes you think about me, myself, and I.
Yeah, get all you can, can all you get, and sit on it. And while you are sitting on it, if you can grab some to your chest, grab.
It's terrible. Once it generates this self gratification. I mean, I sit at interviews and people are talking about themselves. I'm interviewing people, what they want to get from the organization. People are not givers. They don't understand the concept that the more the light is on yourself, the dimmer it is on the wall. In fact, the more money will run away from you. People who are particular other people, or even cultures that support other people, have wealth creation mechanism that is amazing. So somebody's wealth is dependent on you. Will stop focus. Your problems are the problem other people have. Your clothes are dirty. You don't like the way. Instead of getting frustrated, maybe it's time to start a dry cleaning
business. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, it takes you a lot to get earphones, quality earphones, and you bought 10, you bought 20. Maybe one day you sit down and say, how can I get a quality headphone? Where do they sell it? I want other people not to go through what I've gone through before. I'm here today because I'm passionate that, I've got experiences. If I keep those experiences to my chest, there is no way I can create wealth. The way it works is I've been through things in this same city, in this same world. I don't ever want people to go through it. That it is that basis that I create information, I create strategy, I do coaching, I write books, I create content that can make people's journey easier to create wealth. So if you would not think about others, your wealth creation journey is very far. People think so, or you want to grab money from other people. That's the other thing in science. And when I think about people, how do I get money? No, it's short run. Oh yeah. You get tired of people trying to exploit.
From what you just said now, we had our second FBI, Financial and Business Intelligence training, on Sunday. And a young man walked up to me and said, "Sir, I have a conscience." And then I was looking at him that, what's my own with your conscience?
He said, I get conscience.
And then he said to me, the things you have taught us today, we ought to pay. He said, so sir, I don't want to live here without at least paying. I said, but we said it is free. And he said, yes, but I have a conscience. And I said to him, well, appeal to your conscience that somebody is paid for it already. I mean, we have paid for it already, just so that you can begin to take this thing more seriously. And said, from just what you have said, I'm encouraged, okay? Because you have that mindset in place to say, okay, this is value, and I ought to pay for this value, but it is free, and out of every other person, you came, to make this. So I said to him, see, this is not about us. It's about getting you and as many people who feel that I deserve more, I deserve better, I ought to be farther than I am now, but why am I still here? So all of those questions that you're asking is for that person who is saying, look, I need to take responsibility. You're not pointing fingers, you're not waiting for someone, you're not having entitlement mentality.
Oh
my goodness.
Actually, it reminds me of the scripture when Jesus healed the 10 leopard and
Okay.
one of them came back.
Yeah.
That's an error because people need to know. You understand? There's some people they don't value the free event or whatever you put up. It's what they pay for.
That's what it
You see seriousness. But some other people they just casualty.
Oh yeah.
So that scenario, I really commend that person. I really commend that person for that. It's a
You know,
good,
and you know, for that, I said to him that look, there's a young man that I'm working with presently. He's I think 32, and presently nothing doing, and I've been asked to mentor him, coach him, you know, get him from that place that he is to the place that he should be, that at his age, you know, and all of that.
Yeah.
And then one day I reached out to me, how far? How are you? What's happening? I gave you XYZ assignment to do me a review of the book you said you have read. You know, I need a summary of each chapter and how you can relate it to you. And then he goes ballistic on me. Look, I have not eaten since morning. And because of that, I'm leaving my house to my friend's place so that I can get something to eat. Can't my parents give me, you know, something? You know, at this level that I am now, they know I'm broke. I don't have a job. Can't they be giving me something to sustain me while I get ready to get to the place that I ought to be? At first, I thought about it, and I wanted to put a call through to the mom, but I said to myself, this guy is a grown man. He's a grown man. So I should not indulge him. Probably he needs that hunger to open up somewhere upstairs for him.
You are right.
You know, but you know, so I sat down with him and I said to him that, look, bros, you're a grown man. What can you do now that will put food on the table on a regular basis for you? Guess the answer. I don't know.
They will not know.
I don't know. And then I said to him, I said, look, I said, this guy that is talking to you, you probably feel, oh, you know, I'm an honored person. Everything is going so well with me. You know, I'm a big boy, you know, and all of that. I said, are you aware that I do Kabu Kabu services?
Okay.
He said, I said,
The sound will change.
I said, when I'm going to work, because of my financial intelligence, it doesn't make sense to blow empty from mainland to the island when I can pick a few people. And then I said, look, I've not dipped my money into, you know, my own money to buy fuel. I said, that's what I use to buy fuel. And at times, when business is good, I also use it to service the car.
Sure.
Then he was just looking at me. I said, so if I can do that, what can you do to put food on the table for yourself, at least temporarily now, pending when you'd be able to start making the mega bucks that you know you have the capacity to make, but it's not coming your way right now. But bros, you are hungry. What can you do? He has not responded now, up to now.
It won't.
You can eat that.
Because he doesn't know. He's still hungry.
So people, we there's been so much call, there's been so much talk about the cash flow, you know, 101 game. So we've made up our minds that wheeling this week, Saturday, it's going to happen. Okay, we would have used Monday, but Monday is Independence Day. But why we can't use Monday is because Independence holiday does not affect me. I still have to be at work, you know, that day.
Yes, sir.
And that kind of program is not something that we do hush hush and I just run away. All right. So that's why that's why we cannot use Monday. So it has to be Saturday. All right. So we're saying if you're interested, it's simple. Some people who are around on Sunday already, you know, indicated they'll be getting, you know, messages to what they need to do. So if you're interested in the Cash Flow 101 game, amazing game, Robert Kiyosaki, foremost millionaire, and it's the guy is just something else. And at the beginning of his book, he talked about the same mindset, belief system, why his father is broke, his biological father is broke, but then his adopted father, who is the rich dad, is rich, and that guy didn't go to school. Okay, so school does not justify or qualify you to be wealthy.
That's the mindset.
So that game helps to put all of these things in proper perspective. All right, so we're saying if you're interested, it's simple. Send a message on WhatsApp or text message to the number 080-238-10372. That's 080-238-10372. You need to get ready. Send that message either on WhatsApp or text message, and you'll be getting a response on how and what to do.
And for those of you that also as well wrote your name during the seminar that you want to participate in the conference meeting,